All right, question 35. Casey loves cheese and buys it whenever she can. Recently, she bought 5 pounds of mozzarella cheese for $15 and 3 pounds of Havarti cheese for $7.50. Obtain a copy of this page, which the nice thing is, since you're doing this online, you can just click this, and when you click it, this will come up, all right, which is what we're going to use. Or use a 4-35 eTool Desmos, so you can try that if you would like. Then work together to record, plot, and labels the two cheeses. Click on the lower right corner of the graph to view it in full mode demo for Desmos. All right, so here's what we are going to do. So we're going to go to this. So here is the sheet that you need. And let's see, we need to fill in some stuff on this table. So let's see, back to our question. We know that 5 pounds of cheese costs $15. All right, so for mozzarella, I'm going to write that in there. So I'm going to write in, and sorry, this might not be very neat using this tool online, but I'm going to do the best I can. So let's see. So I know that 5 pounds, 5 pounds of mozzarella is going to cost me $15. All right, so I know that for sure. That's $15. And I know that the Havarti, which is a cool name to say, that 3 pounds is going to cost me $7.50. So that's just the information from the question. If I go back, let's see what we're supposed to do. With your team, all right. Work together to record, plot the two cheese purchases. All right. So with your team, find another point that you could plot on the graph for each kind of cheese. Record these points in your table. That is, find another combination of pounds of cheese and the associated cost for the mozzarella, and then another combination of pounds and cost for the Havarti. All right. So here's what I'm going to do. Let's see. Just trying to take a look at what we got here. So my axis goes up to 6 pounds. So I'm not going to do any weight that's bigger than 6. So let's see this. Oh, that doesn't stay there where I want it to, but that's okay. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do 1 pound of cheese. So I can divide this by 5, divide that by 5. That would tell me that 1 pound is going to be $3. Let's do another point. Let's do 3 pounds. Well, I can multiply this by 3 and multiply that by 3, so that would be $9. All right. I also know that if I don't buy any cheese, that is going to cost me $0. So there's some good numbers I can use to plot. Hold on while I write these down, because I'm going to lose it once I go. Make sure you also write these down. And then we're going to go and plot these. And then for the Havarti, let's do this. Let's find out about 1. So I'm going to divide this by 3. So I need to divide that by 3. So let's see. 750 divided by 3. It goes in there twice. That's 6. That's 15. That goes in there 5. 15. No remainder, but I still have number here, so it'll be 350. So 1 pound is going to cost me $3, and hey, that's not right, is it? Oh wait, not 3, 250. Can't read my own writing up there. That's a 2. All right, so let's erase that. So that's going to be 250. Let's see, 250. And let's see. And if I buy 0 cheese, it's going to cost me $0. All right. So hold on, I'm just writing these down on my paper so I don't lose them. So 3 pounds is $7.50. 1 pound is $2.50. And 0 pounds cost me $0. All right. So now I'm going to go down here and I'm going to graph these numbers. You should have already done this problem and graphed it, because remember, do the problem, then watch the videos. If you haven't done so, pause and write down these numbers, because I have to erase them so I can go down here to my graph. So if you haven't done it, pause, write down these numbers from this table. And then I got to clear these numbers off. So now I can come down and I'm going to graph my information. All right. So I'm going to do the mozzarella first. Well, let's see. I know that 5 pounds cost me $15. So 5, then I go up here to 15, put a dot. I know that 1 pound cost me $3. My scale is 1. So 1, so 1, 2. There's my 1 pound for $3. 3 pounds cost me $9. So I put a dot there. And 0 pounds cost me $0. So notice that this is a nice straight line. So you should take a ruler. If you don't have a ruler at home, you take the edge of a book. And please make this a nice straight line. Do the best I can since I don't have a ruler. And these go right through here. Your line should be straighter. Oh, that's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. All right, so now I'm going to do the Havarti. So let's see. I know that 3 pounds cost me $7.50. So 3 pounds cost me 6, 7. So $7.50 would be right in the middle. It should have been a smidge higher. Oops, kind of hard with this writing tool. 1 pound cost me $2.50. So 1 pound would cost me, that's $2. $2.50 would be right there. 0 pounds cost me $0. Notice how we have a nice straight line here. So once again, you're going to take your ruler, edge of a book, whatever you got, and you are going to draw a nice straight line through these 3. Actually, that's better than my red line. All right, so let's see what we got going on with the questions now. So I've graphed the mozzarella. So remember, the red is the mozzarella, and the blue is the Havarti cheese. All right, I'm just putting those up. You don't have to put them on yours. I just want you to see it. So let's see where we're at question-wise. Let's see. We did B, work with your team to discuss following questions and decide how to best complete the 2 tables and graph that you started in A and B. Oh, I think we might have done a little too much. Can you find any other points that are in the mozzarella table and graph, add them? Can you find any other points that should be in the Havarti table and graph them? So we did. So if you remember, in our graph, we found 0, 0. We found what 1 pound was, what 3 pounds was. So we did. Should the points on each graph be connected? If so, why does that make sense? If not, in this one, they should be connected. Because we get this nice straight line. So I went from 0 and it gave me a nice straight line because this thing is called proportional that we're going to talk about here soon. How do the graphs for each type of cheese compare? How are they different? Well, if I compare these, they both start here at 0, 0. If I compare them, they are both straight lines. How are they different from each other? I'm going to say that this one is higher. The mozzarella is, or I'm going to say that it's steeper, which also has something to do with it costing more per pound. I can say that the Havarti cheese is less steep, probably costs less. So the main difference is that the mozzarella is higher, steeper, and the Havarti is lower or less steep. Which cheese is more expensive cost per pound? How can you tell by looking at the graph? How can you tell by looking at the table? Well, first of all, when we did our table up here, we found the cost of 1 pound, so we can compare them. Also, if we look at our graph, and here's one of the big keys for the day. So what does 1 pound cost? Well, here's 1 pound. If I go up here, that's that dot right there. That didn't show up very good. I don't know what I'm going to do. So it shows up, but that's that dot right there. All right, and then right here where this line is the 1 pound for the mozzarella. All right, so notice which one's more expensive? Well, the one that's higher. And on this table, we could, when we had it, you hopefully have it written down somewhere, 1 pound of mozzarella is $3 and 1 pound of Havarti is $2.50. So that does show that the mozzarella is more expensive than the Havarti. And if I just look at the graph, I know it's more expensive because it is higher up. How can you use the graph to decide if this is a relation, if this is a proportion, if this relationship is proportional? All right, new word. So here is the whole key to today's lesson. If you should be able to look at a graph and tell if it's proportional, if you see two things. The first thing you have to look for is, does the graph start at 0, 0? And if we take a look at this graph, yes, both of them start at 0, 0. The second thing that you need to look for to see if something is proportional is the graph, when you plotted the points, is it a straight line? Now, if I would have taken my time, and if I could have found a ruler on this website, and on yours it should be, this would have been a completely straight line. This one here would have been a completely straight line. So we can say that yes, this graph is proportional. So here are the two things you always have to look for to tell if a graph is proportional. Does it start at 0, 0? And are they straight lines? Remember, mine isn't straight because I didn't have a ruler. If I did, it would have been straight. And that's the big key for today, is how to tell if a graph is proportional. All right, hopefully that helps.